Play clock at 5. Daniel still has it. Tries to jump over people and gets absolutely hammered to the ground.
What did I tell you? Guys, welcome back to Gridiron Insights, where we killed a plus 1058 parlay last week, and we are now up 377% off our initial bets. We've already withdrawn our initial deposits, and we are now playing with nothing but that house turkey. Remember to like, comment on the video below, subscribe to the channel. You could be up plus 377%. You could be crushing plus 1058 parlays, and all you have to do is subscribe. Free to join, free to check out gridironinsights.com, where you will have a list of the bets, the picks, and be able to chart our progress throughout the entire college and NFL season. We have week 1 of the NFL season, and in this video, I will guide you through an effective mathematical algorithm that can significantly improve your success rate on FanDuel and DraftKings sportsbooks. This strategic approach is designed to enhance your chances of winning every leg of your NFL parlay week in and week out. We have already proven it with a plus 1058 6-leg parlay. You have no reason not to believe me on this one. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Here we are looking at our 2022-2023 NFL DVOA dataset. DVOA is the creation of the brilliant Aaron Schatz, and DVOA measures a team's efficiency by comparing success on every single play to a league average based on situation and opponent. So what that means is for every single week of the 2022-23 NFL season, I took each team's offensive DVOA scores, defensive DVOA scores, and I then used a grading scale to come up with a total offense, total defense, and then a total overall score of that team for the week. So for example, right here we're looking at the Arizona Cardinals for week 1. They had a bad offensive outing. The higher the score, the better. That's indicated by the darker green. The lower the score, the worse. That's indicated by the darker red due to our sweet conditional formatting. For defense, the difference is going to ring true. The higher the score, the worse. And then the lower the score, the better. Again, due to our sweet conditional formatting, we don't have to care about the actual value. We could just look at the shade of the cell and know good or bad. Let's do a little experiment here. So we know a team that is always good on defense, the Niners. If we pull up just the Niners, you can see for 18 straight weeks, they were the epitome of greatness on defense. Nothing but greens all around. So once we've built our offense and defensive DVOA dataset metrics, we are then going to follow that up with this pretty sweet grading scale. And what I've done is I've basically said, okay, for offense, I want to multiply that by 10, for pass offense by 7, and then for rush offense by 6. Why 6 and not 7? Well, after 3 years of doing this, I understand that a pass is much more dangerous. It travels much more distance in a shorter amount of time than a run. That is going to be deadly when you measure offensive efficiency. For defense, I did the same thing respectively. You measure or you multiply your defense by minus 10, by minus 7, and then by minus 7 for your pass and then rush defense. Those are going to remain more consistent. And then that will give you a total D. And you can see the logic right here, the formulas. At the end of the day, once you have your total O and your total D, you are then going to have the total overall score, which will give you that team's efficiency metric for the week. You may be saying that's great for the 22-23 season, but I need to win now. I need to win today. I need to dominate the 23-24 season. Well, we can help you do that. Not only dominate, but hack it and win every time. The first thing you're going to want to do is you need to figure out, out of 18 weeks, how can we build an average? Well, we're going to take this entire data set. We're going to go ahead and insert a pivot table. We're going to create a new pivot table. And then we're just going to basically build out the pivot table like our data set. I'm going to take the rows, and that's going to be the full names. Then my values are going to be, let's see, the pass offense, the rush offense, the offensive DVOA, and instead of sum, I'm just going to use average. I'm going to just skip over because I've built this table already, and you can see I've built the same exact table. My offense, my defense, and everything is an 18-week average. So we'll take the entire outlook of the team from previous year. We'll build out a new average data set, and then I'm just going to take that data and basically clean it up. I like to look at things a little bit neater. And what we're going to have here now is, just like the first data set, your offense, your defense, and then your total O, total D, and then your average overall score. Now we're saying, all right, who are the best teams according to our list here? Okay, the Bills, the Eagles, Ravens, and Niners. Those are your top 4 teams. Let me just hide this because I don't think we're going to need this right now. Because we know every offseason there's changes. And those changes, they can have some pretty big implications. For example, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers no longer have Tom Brady, the GOAT, so we're going to have to deduct a few points from them. So Tom Brady, franchise all-time great quarterback, that's 3 points in my book. They're going to now go down 3. So instead of a team score of 3.75, they are now 0.75. That is your outlook for the 23-24 Bucs. The Jets, they just added a franchise signal caller, so they go up 3. So instead of 2.80, they are 5.80. Who else? Who else needs an adjustment this year? After the Chiefs, I'm looking at the Broncos. Brand new coaching staff. What is a brand new coaching staff going to do? They are going to provide a better offense for you. Sean Payton, I am going to give them 2 points. They will go 4.39. But of course, Derek Carr can always ruin these things just because he can't show up for big games or any games. Now I'm going to do the Cowboys. They just got Dak Prescott back from injury. So I'm not going to do anything for the Cowboys. The Arizona Cardinals, they lose a franchise signal caller in Murray. So they are going to go down 2 points to minus 8.63. That's that. Now I'm going to look at my team overalls. And with my new team overalls, Jets are flying high, baby. Jets are now the 3rd best team in the league, according to the data. Of course, you can skip all of this by just basically going to gridironinsights.com and using the Gridiron dashboard, which does all of this for you. And you do not have to worry about building an entire data set. We've built our average depth chart. We can now forecast. We can look deep into the future. We have the ability to take advantage of, hack, expose DraftKings, expose FanDuel, come out on top every week. This is your chance to do it to them. They do not do it to you. We've built out our average data set. We can use the average to make projections, and this data set is available. All Gridiron Insight members, they have access to this data set. You can download it. You can come up with your own algorithms. I show you how to do that in a previous video, which is down here in the description. But I think there's an easier way to do this. We have to analyze the week one betting lines. We're looking at the FanDuel Sportsbook. We're seeing week one's games. How do we decide which games we're going to pick? Well, you can use your spreadsheet, or if you go to gridironinsights.com, link in the description, you will have access to the Gridiron dashboard, which has the entire data set in this matchup analysis tool. So the first game I am seeing on the agenda is Lions and Chiefs, week 1. Doesn't matter if we have an edge, a mathematical advantage or not. We are playing this game because we are straight degenerate. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to put in Lions and we are going to put in Chiefs and analyze the matchup. Okay, Kansas City. Boom. The average gridiron score for KC, 4.75. Detroit minus 0.08. You can see the average here is 0, or the midline is 0, I'm sorry. So you can see Detroit, if you remember their season, started off hot, cooled off, but here's your trajectory. Here's what I want everyone to focus on. This trend going into the final week of the season. Look at the KC trend going into the final week of the season. They shot up late in the season. This is great coaching by Andy Reid. But you can see the trend line for Detroit rising. You give Detroit another year with Sewell, Ragnow, Gibbs, and of course the MVP of all MVPs, St. Brown. It's almost a given. We are going Detroit Lions plus 10.5. Next, we have the Bengals at the Browns. The FanDuel line on that is Browns plus 2.5. They are the home dog. Looking at the gridiron scoreboard, they are very close. They are a close team. It's a 0.31 difference going for favor of Cincinnati. I mean, I like the Browns offensive line. Willis, Bitonio, Teller, Conklin, and then Chubb running behind that. That's tough. Garrett, I don't know, man. I like it. I think the dashboard's telling us different. We're going to be going Browns plus 7.5. We have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Minnesota Vikings. Vikings minus 6. The gridiron dashboard difference, it's 3.7. So we have it as a closer game. We are going to take the mathematical advantage here and go with Vikings money line. We have Jaguars at Indianapolis Colts. The line on that is Jaguars minus 4.5. They are the road favorite. I think this is the step-up year for Lawrence. Lawrence coming out probably with an MVP season. I think Etienne is solid. Bigsby even more solid. Ridley, Scherf. I like the defense. Give me Josh Allen. Give me Trayvon Walker. I think they are going to give Anthony Richardson a hard time at home. We are going with the mathematical advantage on this one. We are taking the Jaguars minus 4.5 straight up. We have the Rams visiting the Seattle Seahawks at Seahawks minus 5.5. Rams are banged up. No Cooper Kupp. The sportsbook has it as minus 5.5 point game. Our gridiron dashboard only has it as a 3.11 difference from Seattle to LA Rams. I'm going to go with the mathematical advantage here and just play it safe. We have it as a tighter game, so just give me the Seahawks money line. I think we're going to take advantage of the injury to Kupp. Cardinals travel to Washington to play the Commanders. Commanders are minus 7. Cardinals have no Murray. The gridiron score has this as only a 1.92 difference, but that's with Murray. Without Murray, it's a field goal game or more. I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders money line on this one. Home game, give me the win. Guys, remember to subscribe. Join the YouTube movement. You can use the Gridiron dashboard for free at gridironinsights.com. All the links are in the description below. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I am giving you free money. We are up plus 377%. Let's recap week 1. What are we going to do? Lions plus 10.5. Browns plus 7.5. Minnesota Vikings money line. Washington Commanders money line. Jacksonville Jaguars minus 4.5. Seattle Seahawks money line. And just because we're crazy, just because we know that they're going to score, because they're going to end up as running back 1, Tony Pollard, anytime Tuddy. Join the channel. Up plus 377. free dashboard, free membership. You win every time.